Tonight, we're not going to talk about trying or forcing or willing your life to change. Instead, we're going to explore a very quiet, very simple routine, a way to simply allow your life to change itself, all while you sleep.
So what if the most powerful moment to change your reality happens right before you fall asleep? If we miss this window, we might be unconsciously telling our life, just repeat yesterday. Give me more of the same, more of the day before.
You see, that brief period, that little space between being awake and being asleep, let's call that the midnight window. It's really just a moment of deep potential, a quiet opening where all the noise of the day finally fades and something much, much deeper begins to listen. Now, this window opens into a very specific state of mind, and it's a state you already know. You enter it every single night without fail. It's often called the state akin to sleep, or SATS for short. You can think of it as the literal doorway to your subconscious mind. You know this feeling. It's that drowsy, drifting sensation where your body feels heavy, totally at peace. Your thoughts slow down, your mind gets quiet. You're not quite awake, but you're not fully asleep either. You're just hovering. And in this state, the guard at the gate of your mind, that logical, analytical part of you, is off duty. Your subconscious is now open, receptive, ready to accept a new idea as fact. You see, your logical mind, it works through effort. It analyzes, it questions, it doubts, it puts up a fight. But the subconscious mind, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't understand logic. It understands feeling, impression. It doesn't argue with you. It simply accepts what is felt to be true. And SATS, well, that's the whole point. It lets you gently bypass that resistant, logical mind and speak directly to the accepting mind in its own native language, which is feeling. This is a fundamental truth, and it's so important to grasp. Your subconscious responds to impressions, not force. You cannot bully it into believing something. You can't argue with it. You have to gently impress upon it a new feeling, a new idea. It's exactly why your dreams can feel so real. In a dream, your resistance is gone. SATS is about using that very same doorway, but on purpose. So, let's walk through this simple routine together. And remember, there is nothing to force here, nothing to strain for. This is all about release. It's about acceptance. Before you even get into bed, you're going to decide on one single scene. That's it. Not a long movie, not a list of all your desires, just one short, simple scene that would only happen after your wish was fulfilled. You see, the mind learns through repetition, and one scene repeated over and over becomes a belief. So first step, just get comfortable. Let your body completely relax. Let go of the day. Second, you allow yourself to enter that drowsy state. Just close your eyes, breathe slowly, and drift. Third, you bring to mind your one short scene. Maybe it's a friend congratulating you. Maybe it's seeing a specific number in your bank account. Something simple that implies it's already done. Fourth, you just loop this scene, gently, over and over. And finally, you fall asleep in it. You drift off while holding the feeling of that scene, because that last impression is what your subconscious carries with it through the night. And this is absolutely essential. Don't just watch your scene like you're watching a movie on a screen. You have to feel it from the inside. What does the relief actually feel like in your chest? What does the joy feel like? The feeling, that is the impression. The feeling is what makes it real for your subconscious. It has to feel more like a memory than a wish. And then you just let go. You drift off to sleep from within that feeling. You've planted the seed. That was your only job, to give that final true impression to your mind before you surrendered to sleep. Now, as you begin to practice this, you might notice a few common habits crop up. But these aren't really mistakes you need to fix. Think of them more as invitations to just release a little bit more. The entire process you see is one of surrender, not force. The most common one is just trying too hard. The moment you start straining, you've woken up that logical mind we're trying to quiet. This is about gentle surrender, not effort. It also means you should probably stick to just one scene, night after night. You want to create a deep, consistent impression. And try not to check for results the next day. Looking for it only screams that you don't have it yet. So let this be your guide. Your job is not to check for results. Your only job is to impress the subconscious with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Once you've done that, you let it go. You have to trust that the impression has been made. The rest, well, it's not your concern.
And this really brings us to the deepest part of this whole understanding. It's a very subtle shift in how you see this, but it's a profound one, and it really does change everything. You are not imagining in order to get something that you don't have. You are imagining in order to become the person who already has it. You are stepping into a new version of yourself, a new identity.
You see, this isn't some trick to manipulate the world outside of you. It's a law of consciousness. Once your subconscious mind truly accepts your new identity, once you actually become that person on the inside, your external world simply has no choice but to rearrange itself to reflect that new truth. So I want to invite you to try this. Don't think of it as a chore. Think of it as an experiment. For just the next 3 nights, simply impress upon yourself the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and then let it go completely. And then just observe. Just notice what begins to shift, both inside you and around you.
So really, the only question that matters now is this one. What scene, what feeling are you going to loop tonight? Choose it, and then let your subconscious do the rest.